President Trump in politics tonight. He says he's not counting the days, but it sure looks like it. White House says before he hits day 100, he will have signed 32 executive orders. President also needs a budget deal with Congress to avoid a government shutdown. To that end, he's pulled his insistence on funding for that border wall, but insists that wall will be built.
The wall's going to get built, folks. Just in case anybody has any question, the wall's going to get built, and the wall is going to stop drugs, and it's going to stop a lot of people from coming in that shouldn't be here.
Okay, here to break it all down, Eric Felton, managing editor at the Weekly Standard. Nice seeing you again, Eric.
It's good to see you.
Okay, the president says that wall is going to be built, but they pulled the language out for now. Why did they do that?
You know, neither President Trump nor the Congress has much in the way of positive approval ratings going for them. I don't think anybody has a taste for wanting to do a government shutdown. The political capital is at such low ebb to begin with. I don't think anybody sees any advantage to them to going nuclear.
And the Democrats apparently realize that. They say if the language is in, that budget is not going to go forward, government shutdown, and Republicans and the president will be blamed for that.
Absolutely. And, you know, the interesting thing about the wall is that people keep expecting there to be kind of a backlash against Trump from his supporters that, well, where's the wall? Where's the wall that you promised us? But I think Trump's supporters don't doubt him on his actual commitment to it, so they're not busting his chops over it. And there's been a reduction in immigration, illegal immigration, that's happened in the first couple of months. I think that buys Trump time to work on trying to build up some funding for the wall.
Okay, tomorrow's a big day. He unveiled some kind of tax reform package, right? What's in there? What do you hear?
The biggest part of it is going to be a reduction from about 39.6% corporate income tax down to 15%, also through pass-through corporate structures as well. So it's really going to be focused on corporate tax reductions, not so much on personal tax reductions. The personal tax thing is a tricky thing because the upper 50% of people pay 97% of federal income taxes. So it's very hard to cut income taxes without it looking as though you're helping just the top 50%.
And so again, you're playing into the hands of the Democrats. You're giving them a weapon. So there won't be a tax cut for the rest of us, for the working stiff out there?
Probably not. The thing about a corporate tax cut is the expected economic boom to come from actually cutting corporate taxes could pay for a lot of what needs to be paid for. One, for the tax cut itself, the economic activity it would spur would hopefully pay for the tax cut, but it might also go some way towards helping with the budget issues related to health care.
Wall Street's going to like that corporate tax cut, right?
Yeah, Wall Street's going to like that. Doctors and lawyers are going to like that. People who have international businesses, international corporations are going to like it a lot.
Okay, you mentioned health care. It's still out there. It's still on the table. The White House is still working. They're going to get this done. They're going to get some kind of vote out of the House at some point.
At some point, but I think what you're going to see is it's going to keep going along, and maybe there'll be a vote, but they're not going to bring it up until they've got the ducks lined up and the votes, and that, who knows when that will be, if ever.
In the next couple of years? First half of the Trump administration, you think? Or maybe not?
You know, I think it gets harder the longer you go, both because Obamacare becomes more entrenched, and you also lose that sort of out-of-the-gate momentum for doing big things.
Okay, Eric, stay here for a second, because Ivanka Trump got an icy reception in Germany today when discussing her father's policies on women in the workplace. The crowd actually booed Ivanka for praising her father's record with women. Take a listen.
I'm very, very proud of my father's advocacy long before he came into the presidency, but during the campaign, including in the primaries. He's been a tremendous champion of supporting families and enabling them to thrive.
Couple of questions. You invite her over. Somebody had to have expected that kind of response. I mean, your take on what you saw there, the reception she got.
I can understand giving her a hard time, but I also think that she is very effective and very capable of handling the difficult reception that she sometimes gets. But she has been, there's been an effort to dismiss her as somehow a traitor to her sex for supporting her father. But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody comes off badly by supporting his or her father.
And she's her father's daughter. And those of us who have daughters understand that part of it. Eric, thanks a lot. Appreciate your time.
It's great to see you.
All right, man.